What is going on, everyone? Parsnip here, and today we're back with episode 11 of the Let's Build playthrough. Now guys, this is actually gonna be the final episode of this series. I hope you all have been enjoying it as much as I have, as it's been a blast so far. Now worry not, I will be making another Let's Build. However, I'll leave more details on that in a future episode. Now, like I did promise on the last episode, was that I was gonna fix up the side. Now I don't do anything too fancy. I was really getting tired of this build, as it has been a total of 20 something hours just making this main base. And yeah, now however, I will be making an exception for this series, as soon as 1.3.5 comes out, I will be adding another room as well as finishing the crystal caves and just some finishing details and stuff like that that I probably forgot to do on this episode. However, that's pretty far in the future, or so I would assume. Now again, like I did promise on the previous episode, I am going to be fixing the side of this base because I found it just super annoying and really ugly. What I did intend to do here is make some sort of drawbridge that goes up and down. I'm pretty much going to link it with some chain and wood fencing, a little base on the bottom with wood so that it withstands like dropping heavily to the floor, as well as some sort of platform so that it falls upon. Now I did notice somebody actually suggested this to me on the previous episode, and I would like to give a huge thanks to whoever that was, because well, this is a pretty cool idea. Besides this, I'm gonna go ahead guys on this episode and just be adding the details and finishing touches all around. Like I did mention before, I do plan to put on the towers weapons, accessories, and armors that I personally like when you guys download the world, which again, the world will be up for download on the description below if you guys are interested, or even if you're not, at least you have this information that you guys can download it. Just follow the link on the description below and everything should be there, including everything on the chest, the armors and stuff like that. If you guys want to change anything on this base or everything, by all means go ahead. If you guys want to copy it to another world, by all means. It took quite some time to make, so I really do hope that all of you have enjoyed it. Now, like I did mention in the beginning, I am going to be making another Let's Build playthrough, except I'm going to keep most of it a surprise until I make another video where I'll describe a little bit more about it. However, I would like to hear a ton of suggestions from you guys on what I should make next for the Let's Build. Now, I do have an idea and I'll probably go with that. However, you never know. Sometimes you guys really blow my mind with your ideas. Really nice stuff as always. Now, if you guys remember on the previous episode, I did run out of cells, so here I go ahead and finish that up. This actually took 4 stacks of cells to finish the balloon. Something that you probably won't even see much unless you're flying around or things like that. However, I figured that, well, there's no need to put too much details in towards those balloons. I mean, they look fine as is. And this is what I was talking about before. Here I'm just going to go ahead and start adding mannequins, as well as places to put accessories and weapons on those towers, as they do look quite a bit empty. So this is pretty much my preferences, and I noticed that, I'm not sure if it's because this section of the map is way too crowded with stuff or not, but a lot of the times when I try to put weapons or accessories on these frames here, they end up coming off. If anybody knows why, please do tell me, as I'm too lazy to just go ahead and Google it. However, this has happened before in the future, and yeah. So again guys, well, yeah, if you do know the reason, please tell me. I mean, I'm assuming, like right here, you guys can see that I keep trying to put stuff and it keeps coming out. Or sometimes what would actually happen is whatever I'm holding on my hand or my active right now ends up going into the weapon frame or item frame, whatever this is called, which I also forgot. But yeah, some things I wanted to highlight was that I did put the 3 or all of the in-game armors from the lunar sets pretty much. The summoners, the melee, the range, and the mage, even though I pretty much only use the range and the summoners one. However, I figured that, well, those are the sets that if you do have, you're gonna want to have them out somewhere so that people could see, so that you could show it off that you did get this far in the game. Even though I technically spawned these items in, guys, worry not, I did complete Terraria multiple times. A lot of people actually do on the comment section ask if I spawn item in or farm them. It was funny because one of these comments was actually in my alien build, and that was made out of like chlorophyte bricks or in bars and ores. And you can imagine I probably didn't farm like stacks upon stacks of chlorophyte or anything of this sort, so please note that, so I don't end up dying farming stuff like for hours upon hours, even days. I just spawn things in. I really hope that's understandable, because I know that some people don't like it, man, and they call it cheating. Even though it is cheating and Terraria does not have a creative mode, I mean, it's nothing out of this world. All of this is possible to do. I figured it's just easier and not that big of a waste of time. I mean, if I did have to farm things, like for this build, for example, you guys would probably be in episode 2 still. But yeah, so like I said before as well, I do plan to put all the furnitures in, not all the furniture sets, but as many as I can fit in these rooms, all of them being different, as well as the pianos, which is what I pretty much do here. So in total, I go ahead and put, if I'm not mistaken, it's not, how much was it, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 or 21. I'm not sure. I think it's 18, right? 18. Let's just say it's 18 rooms and not 21 rooms. They consist of most of the furniture sets, but not all. Please note that they're still missing like the basic wood ones, like what's it called? Shadow wood, like all of the basic woods. The only woods I have here is the rich mahogany, and that's pretty much it, and living wood. But yeah, and that's pretty much it. I go ahead and add the mushroom, the rich mahogany, obsidian, as well as the pumpkin rooms towards the build. I did put a Boro piano, even though there's not a Boro room, but whatever. I mean, it shouldn't matter. And lastly, I go ahead and start adding some details towards those crystal caves that I also mentioned that you guys really liked. Since it does look like a new biome and all of that. All it's missing right now is actually the crystal furniture set, which will be coming out on the next update of Terraria, which should be pretty big. So guys, that's pretty much it for this Let's Build playthrough. I really hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I have. And as always guys, thank you all for watching. But before I leave, I will leave you guys with some time lapses and screenshots of the build and how it ends up looking. Again, thank you all, especially everybody that made suggestions, everybody that's been commenting and giving me their support. A huge thanks to all of you. It really means a lot to me. So guys, without further ado, I'll leave you guys with some sound and some time lapses, as well as some screenshots and things like that. Hope you all enjoy it. And as always guys, I'll catch you all next time.